then, Coach, as everybody gets settled, if you wouldn't mind with an opening thought or two, and then we'll go ahead and take questions.
I don't know if I should say much. I should let Paris. He's the star tonight. Do all the talking, but I'm just really pleased at how our guys came back and was able to take care of this 3-game home stretch after being on the road for so long. The concern was that, you know, how would we respond after getting beat up just a little bit and then lose some close games, and our guys battled. And the first 20 minutes tonight was probably some of the best basketball we've played all season. Now the second 15 minutes, you know, there's some things we have to work on, but that has a lot to do with Detroit. I mean, their length and athleticism, their speed, it really bothered us. And those were the concerns coming in, their length, their ability to get to second chance opportunities was something we were really concerned with. And obviously, the way they can just throw it over the top of any defense and just get points, manufacture points. So we had to play some zone just to try to handle their athleticism, and our guys responded well because we don't play much zone. But for tonight, it worked, so we'll get back to work in the gym and try to get better for the next contest.
Questions then?
Coach, can you just talk about what you tried to do with their length? I mean, Kyle and Haggerty are some very longer players. Didn't produce the numbers, but for the most part, they did a really good job slowing them down.
Just really trying to keep the guys in front of us, and what Detroit does a really good job at is really creating angles and getting into spaces where you're drawing a body or a body and a half, and then they just throw it up near the rim, and they have enough guys that can go up there and catch it. So we were trying to eliminate those, and for the most part we did. And then we just tried to put them in some pressure where we can try to pick up some fouls, and luckily for us we got them a little foul trouble, and then they had to go deep into their bench, and it just worked out to our advantage.
Paris, would you say this is your best game in your college career, both places that you've been at?
Oh, yes, sir. I was just taking my time, setting my feet, and my teammates was finding me. And I was just knocking it down, not thinking about it.
When you and Kayla are on the floor together, do you feel like you're getting a good chemistry together? I know Gerard's been out for a while, but do you feel comfortable with him out there, with you guys?
Yeah, I feel a lot more comfortable. It's like another coach on the floor. He just putting us in directions, giving us where we're supposed to be at.
And for the most part, Coach, you were talking about this tough road trip and coming back home. How do you feel now going onto the road? You know, you got 2 tough opponents, obviously Cleveland State being the biggest one. How do you feel now going back out on the road?
Well, we take them one at a time, and they're all going to be tough games in this league. I think that's been demonstrated in every contest pretty much. And I'm not sure who we have next. Who do we have next? We have Youngstown, and Youngstown is they're very good. I'm not quite sure if everyone's been following Youngstown, but we have. And going into this weekend, they were tied for first or a game out just because of the number of games played. But in our opinion, they were a first-place team, and they're very talented. So we have our hands full first. So our attention will be squarely on Youngstown, trying to see how we can try to slow down Allen. I think Allen's really leading them in scoring. And, of course, they have another long kid with Argyle inside that can block shots. But for us, it's day by day. We just try to get a little bit better. So we'll watch the tape, see some things that we have to improve on, pick a few things, try to get better at that.
Paris, what's the key to guarding a guy like McCallum? I mean, he can do a lot of different things. Is there one thing you guys really try to slow down in his game?
Oh, he's so athletic. We just had to just talk the whole time and just try to stop him and get back most part.
Can you talk about the first half? You talked about basketball. You held them to 3 offensive rebounds. Talk about that as an important part of that early going there.
Yeah, it's one of our keys. We have to get to the 50-50 balls, and the ones I considered 50-50 balls tonight were all of the ones that were going to be tipped off of rebounds because of their length. Even if you put a body on Detroit, they're still going to – I mean, you saw Lowe's arms and some of those guys. They're still going to get a hand on it, and because of that, they're able to get a tip at it. We needed to corral those, and I thought for the most part we did that. We were a little discouraged touching the post with their length, but that's one thing that I reminded our guys, let's continue to touch the paint and try to make some good things happen. But for that first 20 minutes, the next pass, just sharing the basketball, was pretty special tonight for us.
Coach, You came out tonight. Your guys came out tonight, and you shot what? The first 5 out of 6 shots were behind the 3-point arc, and 4 of those went in. Was that the game plan to come out shooting the long ball tonight?
Well, our game plan is always to try to go inside out, and I thought our patience led to those shots. That's the difference. In the second half, we did take a couple quick ones, but in the first half, our patience and the next pass is something that we feel comfortable with when we take those shots. Now, there's a balance, and we've played some games where we've got a little too happy with continue to take those shots, but they were going in tonight, so you kind of give the guys, you kind of ride the wave a little bit. But we definitely want to touch the post a little bit more. Just for us tonight, we were just able to get some shots to go down early, and you're at home. A lot of times at home, you shoot the ball better, and I thought our guys did that tonight.
Coach, I just have one more question. How do you feel being the team out front? I mean, last year you had to make the big comeback at the end of the season. Do you like being at the top of the conference? And same question for you too, Paris. Do you like being the top dogs and being the ones that are hunted in a sense?
Well, that's easy in the sense that I don't think anyone wants to be at the bottom. Now, but there is. I know what you're asking. There is. You know, the people they're going to play you hard. But I think in this league it doesn't matter. I mean, we proved that last year. It didn't matter what place we were in at the time. We were just going to go out and try to win a basketball game. And I think that's how every coach in this league and every team approaches. So it just so happens that right now we're there. We're going to try to take the next game. We're going to try to go out and win the first 4 minutes of our next contest and then take it from there.
Yeah, like Coach said, it's a good league. We just got to take one game at a time and just keep playing hard every game.
All set. Thanks, guys.